Namaste, angels. Thank you for joining, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, purchasing your energy healing from me, your readings from me, doing it for other members of your family, your pets, even helping me to do what I do. Share my gift with other people. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that helps to keep me on here and keep these things going. So, this is the weekly love reading for the period of today, December 8th, through Saturday to come, December 14th. We're going to get right into it, beginning with the dice. This week, we're starting out with It's 50-50. Eat cake. Happy birthday to anybody that's celebrating, any Sagittarians out there that are celebrating their birthday. This could be anniversaries and stuff. December is a popular month to get married. This could be actual weddings where you're having cake, baby showers and stuff like that, engagement parties, holiday parties. You know, maybe you're already having an office Christmas party or Hanukkah party or holiday party in general or something like that. So enjoy the cake. And lastly, we have stay in bed. All right. So I always shake these dice a little bit and drop them before I start the video. And that's how I get the beginning energy. And then I do it again in front of you guys like this. And now we have same thing that we had in the general reading. Romantic dinner. Cocktail is also back. And email. This is the only one that's different. In the general reading, it was 29. Where's 29? I don't know. Maybe it's another dice. 29 came up on the other reading. All right, so let's get into the cards. We have an overall energy this week. Ooh, okay. Of the Queen of Wands. Something very unexpected is coming in love for us, and I didn't realize it until I picked up the Queen of Wands and saw that also upright. Guess what's right behind it? It is Major Arcana card 16, the Tower. So the Tower, for me, does not have to be something negative. I know a lot of readers, they pull the Tower and they go, oh, Lord, it's the Tower. Oh, no. And it's, you know, the reading's over, basically. That's not the way I read the energy of the Tower. I mean, sure, it can be devastating sometimes, but it can also be overwhelming in a really positive sense. And underneath the Queen of Wands, as it refers to love specifically, I have to say it is overwhelming as it relates to love. It's in positivity. I'll tell you why. The Queen of Wands, first of all, if she's an actual person in your life, which she very, very well can be, she is very well maybe a fire sign, right? Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. She is often a light-haired woman who's like a mutual friend that hooks you up if you are looking to meet somebody, maybe a family member or a friend, a coworker or something, introduces you to somebody else. It's a positive, open in general as it relates to relationships, and those who are looking for love can not only meet somebody, but somebody who's really, really suitable. And again, perhaps, you know, through a friend of something like that. And if you just feeling like, you know, you're single, but, you know, maybe you're ready to change that. You're just not, you know, being single can be awesome. Some people do it quite on purpose and love it. But then sometimes, you know when you're ready, you know, it's like, okay, well, I'm no longer in the mood to be single. I'm no longer in the mood to be, you know, alone. And there's a difference between being alone and being lonely also. And we got to always keep that in mind. But some people are no longer in the mood to be alone. So you want to get out, all right? Because love is not going to come knocking on your door unless this friend or relative is coming by to introduce you to the person. Otherwise, you need to get out and, you know, meet people. And you should really, really feel confident. In fact, that's one of the things that the Queen of Wands is all about, confidence. You should really, really feel confident that the universe, God, has somebody out there for you, the type of love, reciprocal love that you need, want, you know, desire, all the above. So also right behind the Tower, also upright, another reason to know that this is a good card. Wow. Okay, I'm saying wow because not even because of this one, because of the next one. It is Major Arcana card 19, the Sun, which directly represents the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you could be having some particularly good energy as it relates to love this week. And not only you, but I'm going to say the fixed signs also, those that are connected to your ruler, Jupiter. So that would be Scorpio, Leo, which I just mentioned as part of the Queen of Wands, Aquarius, and Taurus also could be having really some really awesome energy and new beginnings, fresh starts. And again, with somebody that's really going to be a positive influence on you and you them. If you're single, if you are already coupled, then just expect your relationship to get better. And if there had been some difficulties, if there had been some fallout, like there's people falling out of the window here. There had been some sort of fallout. Even expect that. Maybe it's unimaginable that could be fixed, but look forward to it being fixed, to it being repaired and things coming back together. The next card is also upright. Guess what it is? The Ace of Wands. So this is about fresh starts, new beginnings, positivity. Like even if worst case scenario, some couple parted ways, then there's something else brand new that's better, and it's one of those situations where you're not even missing it. So maybe somebody that you were dating that you weren't that serious, but you did care about, they leave. There's another one coming. How's that song go? I think it was like Girls. It says specifically about girls are like buses. One leaves, next one coming. Well, men too. Everybody is like that. We don't have to go into a panic and feel that we've been towered just because somebody walks out of our life, or we walk out of somebody's life that we feel we have to leave them alone. Because that could be too, with Major Arcana card, Death being the next card. And like I said, Scorpio is one of the fixed signs. It is also connected to Jupiter. So all of this wands are fire energy. In addition to it being connected to Jupiter, it's in part ruled by Mars, right? The action planet, the planet of aggression and very masculine energy and masculine love, sort of like how Venus is the goddess and planet of love in general, but then she's also very specific, very, very feminine too. And so Mars is her counterpart, and he rules the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, or Death, this card is about letting go of something. It can just mean letting go of energy. So again, if you had some sort of energy of toxicity or difficulty, challenge, obstacle, fallout, then that could be what you're releasing. Doesn't mean you're releasing a relationship altogether. It could also be about transition and transformation, just indicating that you're moving to a new phase. What kind of new phase? A brand new one. About something or someone or someone for which you are extremely passionate. Right, when the Ace of Wands shows up, guess what the next card is? It's also upright. I mean, I can keep going. Well, I'm not going to keep going because the next one's upside down. But guess what this one is? It's the Knight of Wands now too. This is the Prince Charming of all the knights, at least as far as I can see. This is the real, Prince Charming to the rescue. He saves the day. He throws the lady on the back of his horse and just keeps going. He doesn't even stop the horse. He just passes by. He's so strong and gallant, and he, picks her up with one arm and puts her on the horse behind him and keeps going and saves her life. That's this guy. And it can be that kind of energy that comes in very, very quickly and unexpected, as is the Tower. Tower is a very abrupt energy, comes in very fast, unexpected. Good stuff can be very fast and unexpected too, and again, that's what it looks like this is with all of these very, very positive cards, one right after the other, most of them in the same suit, fire, wands, again, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. Also, speaking of Aries, Chiron, the ruler, not the ruler of Aries, Chiron, which has been retrograde in the sign of Aries for about, 10 months, 11 months, close to a year, goes direct this week on the 12th, the same day as the Gemini full moon and the feast day on the Christian calendar of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Of course, I talk about all those things in the general reading in more detail. So if you want to find out what those are about, go to there. And of course, I'll be doing a separate moon reading for the Gemini full moon, which I have not done yet. But yeah, this is all very, very positive energy. So despite, how scary the card may even look to some people, this is no worries, the way I read it. I think I may have mixed up just now the Death card and the Ace of Wands. Well, we know, we saw what those energies were. All right, so that's just our starting energy. We're just beginning. Did I finish my sentence about Chiron though? What I was saying, I don't know if I said it, it goes direct on the 12th. So yes, it has been retrograde in Aries for a long time, but it goes direct. So that could be another reason why all this fire energy is coming up too. We have multiple reasons for the fire, for the passion, for the action, right? Not just sitting around anymore, taking action in even the area of love. Very, very positive. So fire, earth, air, water. Fire this week, your overall focus for love is Major Arcana card, the Empress. So again, this is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. The Empress, fertile energy for you guys in the area of love. And it can be literal fertile energy, as in if you've been trying to get pregnant, this is a good week to do it. Some of you may be finding out that you are already pregnant or even actually giving birth this week. Men and women alike also suddenly finding yourselves extremely attractive, having all kinds of suitors that are interested in you, and people coming after you. Even if you're in a committed relationship, you're not interested, people paying you a lot of compliments and showing their interest, just in case you are available. And also in terms of friendships and things too, you can find that people are wanting to be in contact with you, be close to you, spend time with you. It can be totally platonic also. And maybe that's how you meet somebody, right? A fire sign introduces you to somebody, or a fire sign is introduced to somebody, or both, through this mutual friend that may be a fire sign. If you're single and looking for love, then again, there's plenty of options available for you, and it could very, very easily come your way. And it's time for you to be out there. Even if you're not looking for love, it may come your way, and it may knock you off your feet, tower style, right? Like we just saw here, because you're totally not expecting it. And you're not looking for it. You maybe not even interested. And then it comes and it boom, it hits you. And sometimes when that happens, there's no escaping that. There's no escaping that. And I think that kind of came up in the general too. Did I talk about love knocking you down unexpectedly? I think so. I've been doing so many readings lately. I don't know if it was a client reading, one of the astrological readings, or the general, or what. But I definitely remember that scenario a little while ago, not long ago. Anyway, the Empress also can mean, though, because she is so feminine. Okay, so Empress is representative of the planet and goddess Venus, ruler of the signs of Taurus, maybe. So Taurus could be involved in this or tied to this, or maybe there's a Cuspian that is involved. Libra and Gemini, which would be here with the air. So very possibly somebody of the fire element that's either involved with an earth or air sign, or also has earth or air heavily in their chart, finding themselves particularly fertile, maybe frisky, attracted, all of the above, and just ripe for, whatever it is your desire in love, in terms of looking for somebody or deepening your commitments in your current relationship, or again, even being surprised when you're not looking. Like sometimes love and anything, good things, just wonderful things come when you're least expecting it. And, then you got to make a decision thereafter. So earth signs, your overall focus this week is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is totally your energy, right? The Pentacles, coins for the earth signs. And this card says that if you're interested in a relationship, this is whether you have one already or you're looking for one. You want it to work, of course. Nobody's interested in being in a relationship or looking for a relationship that is going to not work out. Action is important right now. So I was just talking about all the fire energy. So it probably being brought on by this Queen of Wands. But when the 9 of Pentacles is in reverse too, as it relates to love, it also says action is required. So not just your sort of things come as they're meant, and let me make a plan, practicality, sort of mindset. This is, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to, play your part, play your role, put some intention and attention into it, behind it, and be willing to communicate, not only to talk, but to listen to your partner or any prospective partners, any people that you're genuinely interested in, and make sure that stuff is clear and on the table, and we're adults about what it is we're trying to go about doing. And also only keep in mind that you guys are awesome all by yourselves. And right, this is the Nine of Pentacles. When she's upright, she's extremely gallant, prestigious. You're awesome all by yourself. So nobody and no relationship completes you, right? You don't need a relationship. You can want a relationship. It's that sort of thing. That brings us to air. Temperance in reverse. And because Major Arcana card Temperance in whether it's upright or reverse represents the sign of Sagittarius and sits right here underneath the fire, I think, again, either some Sagittarians dealing with air signs or strong air in their chart, and that this card that is for the air signs, otherwise Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, may also, not all the fire signs, but at least the sign of Sagittarius, whatever I say for the air signs, Sagittarius, you may find that this is true for you. This card for me also, yes, in the tarot, they say it represents the sign of Sagittarius. For me, it also represents the sign of Aquarius because of the water bearer that appears on the front. All right, so the card is in reverse. And Temperance is about healing. I say, for me, it's about healing and holding. When Temperance comes through, especially like this, it, like where we've had lack and loss and stuff, it replaces things for us. Right? It brings it back. Also, it helps us in relationships where we have like stark differences from our partner, usually or often in the physical area. So maybe that's why it's sitting underneath the Empress too. You know, like one is black, one is white, one is short, one is tall, you know, one is older, one is younger. Like, how are we going to bring this relationship together? Because maybe society frowns on these things. And so we're paranoid, which may very well be the case. When I get to the hashtag creepy deck, we're beginning with an energy, we'll have an overall energy of the open relationship card. For me, this tends to be like living and loving how you choose, like out in the open in your own way, out loud. So it may be because you've got these stark differences and stuff, air signs. Maybe you're trying to figure out how can you make your relationship work, or I called actually Sagittarius's reading for the next 2 weeks. Their astrological reading, what are the neighbors going to think? Because that kind of energy came up there too. So again, Sagittarius, I think this is for you too, even though it's otherwise representative of the air signs in this spread here. And like I mentioned, also connected to your ruler, Jupiter, the other fixed signs are. So Aquarius would fall into this too. Yeah, Aquarius and Sagittarius very specifically connected to the Temperance card. There might not be good balance in your relationships when Temperance is showing up like this. So it's like something is feeling like it's not whole because one person's putting in, 95% and one person is putting in 5 perhaps. And it's important that you talk to your partners, your prospective partners, your interests. If you're interested in salvaging any relationships and moving forward in any of these relationships, and that you get on the same page. I like when the sirens start when I'm talking about healing and stuff. That you get on the same page, because you may feel like, well, I'm giving 500% and you're giving nothing to this relationship. And they may feel the same way, that they're the ones giving 500%. So it's important that we talk about this stuff and then we get, again, aligned, we get balanced out and find out what it is we need to do to make the relationship work if we're trying to make it work. This card also warns us not to push too hard in relationships, or if we're people that we're meeting, that we're interested in, we're looking for love, we're single, whether we're single or partnered, do not push. Some of us, when it shows up in reverse like this, could be trying so hard and pushing so hard that we are pushing people away. We're totally alienating people. And obviously that's not what we want to do. This is about telling us that there's a need to be confident. There's a need to be secure and confident in ourselves and in our relationships, and knowing that, everything's going to be fine, or we could work everything out if need be. All right, water signs. You got like the next stage up. It's funny that this card, your card, appears here underneath the earth signs. They had the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And it's still a positive card, even when it's in reverse. Obviously, you guys know that when the 10 of Pentacles is upright like this, it's an awesome card. It's still good when it's in reverse, but you might be feeling bored in a relationship, especially like a long time committed relationship. Like, we're not moving. What's going on? I'm over this kind of. And it might be a good time for you to, again, talk about it, communicate like I told the other signs. But not only that, like, try something new, something different, switch it up, fresh energy. So maybe we can consider here the Empress and fertile energy, something brand new. And also think about the Ace of Wands that's there. We gotta do something different. Think about the Death card. We gotta let go of the boring, stale energy and revive, like breathe new life into our relationship, or we may lose it. Now, if you're feeling this way, and speaking of may lose it, it might be a good time for you to think about, what do I truly want? Like, let me really consider how I would feel if I lost this relationship, or how I would feel if I walked out of it because I can't take it anymore, or if my partner walked out of it. Is that what I want? Could I deal with that? Is that what I'm looking for? If that's the case, then, like I said, some couples may even part ways, and that could be what the Tower is about. Completely unexpected, we decide to leave each other after years and years and years, but for the best, and something new is coming when we release that. That's what Death is, an ending, and then it brings new beginnings. And then we saw the Ace of Wands there, the fresh start right there, also right next to the Death card. If you're single, same thing like I told the others, time to get out, meet people, do your part, mix, mingle. You're very positive energy, because it's very like, very upbeat energy that comes from this card, and it's coming from you. It's going to attract people, and you're going to be particularly attractive too. So yes, I put, each of these 4 cards into a placement that I said was attributed to, one of the 4 given elements. But at the same time, in looking at them, in conjunction or together, or which cards are crossing each other or touching each other, one sitting atop the other, there's also considerations to be made there too. And so, yeah, a lot of possibilities for you out there, water signs, if you're looking for them. I'll just take these up and we'll get into the other cards. Still thinking about that air and Sagittarius energy. Reminds me that Mercury actually enters the sign of Sagittarius tomorrow. Mercury, the ruler of Gemini. So that can be what it's about as well. And maybe that's why Earth was connected too, because Mercury also rules the sign of Virgo, actually. So that may be the connection between the Earth, air, and fire that I was also feeling. I was trying to pick up these cards because I'm feeling like I'm going to do the perspective from the masculine with these. Maybe these and the romance angels. Maybe I'll do, 2 layers, since that's what my spreads have been named now by other people who try to take them over and steal them and do their readings my way. Maybe I'll layer them. Anyway, use the romance angels to clarify these, but I'm feeling like I should use these because these cards are about healing, and I'm just getting that needs to be the focus. So when I try to pick up the pile, it left behind heart chakra. So we'll start out with these 2 as messages already. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. And sacral chakra. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So this is basically saying get the hell out of Dodge when you need to, and work on nurturing yourself when you need to, and you don't have to make any sort of apologies about it. Right? Do what you need. Anything that's toxic to you, harmful, it's hurting you, and it can't be fixed, walk away from it. And maybe you need to speak up for yourself. This throat chakra card is sticking up now. The angels are helping you to lovingly speak your truth. Actually, I'm going to just stick these back in like arbitrarily. I'm not going to put them back where they were because we might pick them up later to give advice with. So we've already seen these three. Now being willing to forgive wants to also be seen. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of any past pain in exchange for peacefulness. All right, so otherwise the overall energy was third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Next card is also upright. Speaking of seeing, right? Seeing the energy of love. Visualize success. Use those eyes to see that. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. And the next card is upside down. We also have here the animal tarot. I don't know what I might use these for. Maybe just advice, but I pulled them out. I was moved to pull them out. Overall energy of the 7 of spring or 7 of wands. So there go the wands again. Be assertive. Believe in yourself and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. So this is about, doing just that. Protecting yourself, that your warrior spirit, not letting anybody, push you around or cause you to change your mind where you don't want to, or do things in a way unlike you wish to do them, or that doesn't resonate with your soul, with your heart, with your intuition, right? Doesn't sit well with you. Don't listen, don't follow. And look, upright, there's another Queen of Wands behind it. So the same card we had as an overall energy before with the Rider-Waite deck is here upright as well. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. You can handle it all. The Queen of Spring is talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. And she's also super calm. The next card is in reverse. So just take those away. Hashtag creepy deck here. Oh, okay. Left children behind. It is a party of 3 kind of card. I forgot this card was ripped. I have the other piece too. I meant to put it back on. Party of 3 here. So not a negative kind of party of 3. Actual children may be involved in your situations. This can also be an Empress-like card for me. So we just saw the Empress with the other deck, and now this could be the same kind of energy. Fertile, creativity, coming up with new ideas, new ways to experience love and change up our relationships and situations so they don't get boring and stagnant. Otherwise, the overall energy is open relationship, and the next card is in reverse. Take those away for a sec. And lastly, the romance angels. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And the next card is in reverse. Divine Feminine. The masculine as it relates to the feminine, this energy here. Himself. And the union or connection as a whole. Overall, what energy the masculine would have the feminine give the relationship or union connection this week as it relates to love, specifically what energy he himself is willing to. This is for singles, couples, everybody. What the universe would have each or both archetypes to do toward love and even wants to help them with, but they have to first affirm, and the outcome. Divine Feminine. Singing and dancing. This could be about getting out, being social, sort of a 3 of cups kind of energy is what I got immediately. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Yeah, so you have an opportunity to get out. Maybe somebody invites you to, again, like a party, a situation. Get out and be social. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, is with you supporting your healing work. So wanting to, get with this energy of the feminine in a positive way. Archangel Raphael also specifically connected to the heart and the heart chakra. So healing all things. He can help to heal finances and stuff, even things that are not related necessarily to a love spread. The masculine as it relates to himself. Earth angel. You are a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. I think the masculine is learning more about himself and trying to get a greater understanding about what it's all about. I mentioned on my Facebook in the community tab, my YouTube on the community tab, and also in the general reading that I've been having quite a number of masculine, more and more, I said, more and more masculine or males, specifically males, coming to me for their own readings, heterosexual males, which I think is phenomenal, not only for them as individuals, but for males and for the divine masculine as an archetype collective at large. So I think a lot of them are discovering themselves now more and more. Many of them were closed to some of the metaphysical things that the feminine had been into for years, and just coming around to it in such a way that they're even willing to get readings for themselves on their own behalf with their own money, all of that. I love it. I love it. So I think that's why Earth Angel is showing up here for them. In connection to these relationships, they're wanting to understand, why do I have such a connection to this woman or man? And masculine as it relates to the union or connection as a whole. Heal away addiction. So this is talking about toxicity. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. That's a huge statement in itself. Ask Archangel Raphael. You can't make this stuff up. Right? This is the masculine's card that he chose in relation to love and the feminine. Archangel Raphael. Ask Archangel Raphael specifically to help you with this healing. Don't you love it? Overall, cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking, right, over your life. What the masculine would have the feminine give to the union this week in terms of love, it is indigo. So like coming to an understanding about him too. The person that you're inquiring about is an indigo. Right, here it is. It says it right here. Earth Angel. There you go. All right, they're an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive and natural born leader. That's why he's acting a little bit off. And he doesn't really get it yet. He's trying to come into that understanding of self. Knowledge of self. And for that reason, some of them may not want to. Some of them may need a break, but I hate to use the word break because break could mean like I need a few minutes to myself. It really, really can. Don't take it personal. Let me put it that way. Don't take it personal if someone needs to pull away for a break, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 days or whatever it is. What energy the masculine himself is trying to give to the union this week. And it is twin flame. You guys saw me not only like mess around with the cards, but stick things in arbitrarily, change the order right in front of you, right? And here we are with twin flame in the position of what the masculine is trying to do. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. What I just say over here, he's trying to understand why he has a connection. He's trying to understand the relationship between him and the feminine. What the universe, God, would have each archetype or person do, and both do in a situation of a couple, and even wants to help us with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will. We don't have to do what the universe wants us to do. It is ascended masters, and it wants us to wake up and know that there's other entities, energies around that are supportive of us, that we can lean on, reach out to, call out to, connect with. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over you and guiding you. So like be open to that and receptive to the messages. Like I was just, let's use this as an example. I was just receptive to the messages that for the love spread in a love reading, I'm supposed to use my angel therapy cards. Kind of doesn't sound very romantic, but look what we got, right? Because I listened to my intuition as opposed to rejecting it. That's what the guidance is for you guys too. Outcome. Listen. Just talking about listening to my intuitive feelings, and that you should do the same. Yep, the angels agree. Listen to your intuitive feelings, right? The messages are going to come through for you guys this week. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So there's going to be clear instruction this week on how we can accomplish what our goals are here. How we can get a greater clarity. How we can chill the hell out, even though, maybe he wants to pull away from us. for a moment. How we can come to understand that, okay, I get it. I know what he's going through. How we can both call on Archangel Raphael in the areas that we need healing in, or the Ascended Masters. I'm going to go right in with these romance angel cards now, as promised. Again, overall energy is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Divine Feminine. Masculine as it relates to the feminine, himself, and the union or connection as a whole. Overall, the energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union this week, what he himself is willing to, is working on and doing, what the universe would have each or both do, and even wants to help them with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will, and the outcome. In addition, these cards, the two decks may actually connect. The messages from each may connect too. In addition to representing the placements that they're in. I just want to put the other deck here too. So remember, the overall energy there was third eye chakra. So there's a lot of ascension stuff happening at the same time, as the rest of this too. So Divine Feminine, the top singing and dancing. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It's not just your parents. It's any and everybody who is so impactful upon your life that you can't thrive. You can't grow. You can't move on without healing the relationship. And I usually look at it as there's two ways to do it. We can repair a situation where there's interest in doing that. I want to, you want to, then we can sit down and talk about it and work on it and do what we got to do, go to therapy, whatever's required. And if we're not interested in doing that, then the other way to heal it is by walking away from it, the connection, and that your love life will benefit. And in some cases that can mean, getting outside again and being social. Like, okay, I'm not going to sit at home and keep waiting on this man or woman that doesn't seem to be showing up. It's not conducive to my growth. They're not responsive. Let me get out and meet some new people, have some fun, keep my vibration up. Masculine as it relates to the feminine, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon because of this healing that's happening. So like I said, remember I felt it a moment ago when I was going over his cards. Don't be surprised if he needs to pull away or something. So that may be the case. But again, it could be 5 minutes, especially for couples that are together. It can mean like, babe, I need a minute. I'm dealing with some stuff. Okay, I need some quiet or whatever it is. The masculine as it relates to himself directly and maybe to being an earth angel, this new discovery of his. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So he's probably afraid of this, twin flame love thing. The angel is telling him it's all right. The masculine as it relates to the union or connection as a whole, atop heal away addictions, is let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This may be that Queen of Wands, right? We've seen a Queen of Wands twice from 2 different decks. Again, it may be an actual woman, maybe an actual female fire sign, perhaps light-haired and or light-eyed, who introduces you to somebody else. Overall, atop cancel, clear, delete. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. How much do these cards match up? This one is about using positive words and thoughts. Use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Those two couldn't align better, It's just not possible. They're perfect for each other. What the masculine would have the feminine give to the union this week, it is wedding. So it's an understanding. He wants her to accept the connection as well. This situation involves marriage at the soul level, right? Among indigos, highly sensitive, highly intuitive, spiritual beings. What energy he is willing to give to it, in addition to twin flame, is making the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I love it. What the universe would have each or both do and even wants to help us with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will, is engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. What did I just say a few moments ago? There's a lot of ascension happening here too. Yep, there it is. There's the proof. You're not only you as an individual, but your relationship, your connection ascending right along with you. And the outcome, a top listen to your intuitive feelings, past life relationship. You have known each other before. So when you're getting messages, synchronicities, signs about that specifically this week, pay close attention what the universe is saying. I think on that note, I'll just go ahead and do the advice. I was going to do a spread with the hashtag creepy deck. I don't think we need one. Forgive me if I'm wrong, if you disagree. We will get some advice from there, though. There you go. And from the Animal Tarot. So further from the Animal Tarot to the masculine, it's the King of Wands. This is his energy. The King of Wands or Spring is the quintessential divine masculine of the tarot. Now's your moment, masculine, to step up into a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful. Remember the sun that was in the Rider-Waite deck right underneath the Queen of Wands? Your plans will be successful right underneath the tower, I mean. As long as you stay focused upon the big picture. So this is talking about a focused intention. It's talking about manifestation, right? Remember this? Your thoughts are quickly manifesting, rapidly manifesting into form. So you got to keep that focused intention, that positive focused intention. For the feminine, maybe you got a decision to make, or this could be representative of all the suitors that are after you. The Seven of Summer, you got options. It's time to stop procrastinating and to make a decision so that you can move forward with a priority. If you need to do research, then do so, but don't overthink the situation. Just listen to your heart. So there may be something you need to look into. Again, like can we fix this relationship? We got to investigate that. Can we repair this? Are you interested? Am I interested? That may be part of it. I didn't mention the King of Spring, of course, is a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I had stuck this in arbitrarily, didn't I? I think I did. Let's give the masculine another one just in case, because we saw children already. I thought I had just stuck it in, but maybe I didn't with that one. Definitely with this deck, I stuck everything in right in front of the camera. So let's give this one to the masculine. It is true love. So what we've been, talking about this whole time, that's why he's going through this period of again, awareness and knowledge, because this is a kind of new connection for him, a new understanding of the connection that exists between the two of you. And this is for people, again, this is even singles you haven't met yet, but there's a feeling, there's a yearning for something, there's some sort of past life situation, connection that is calling to my soul, and you sort of got to find it. It's like a beacon, you know what I mean? Like a beacon of light. No, I didn't mean the pun, but there it is. Wow, because destiny, right? Because destiny, basically. What's meant to be is going to be. If moving forward is meant to be, it's going to happen. Not in our time, in divine time, in the time in which it's destined to occur. If something's not meant to happen, it won't, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we just got to walk away and let it go, let things go. From the healing, the therapy cards to the masculine fairies, you have a strong bond with the fairies. And your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. So this is a very earth-oriented card and energy. Very, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And can be about the masculine getting out into nature and connecting if he lives in an area, depending upon the weather, that's conducive to doing that. And if he's not, maybe making some other connections with nature. Sometimes we can bring nature to us. We can bring in a plant, a potted plant, or something, a hanging plant, or some sort of animal, or something to connect us better with nature. Feminine, from the Angel Therapy cards, God Box. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a small container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you instead, right? Because again, what's destined is going to happen. And lastly, from the romance angels to the masculine, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So he's guided to make the effort. He's guided to be the aggressor, the initiant in terms of expressing love too. And for the feminine, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this encourages communication and, again, perhaps somebody that we just met through a friend or relative. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this week's love reading. I will be back with a moon reading that I plan to pack with some other stuff, or I'll be back with 2 videos about the 2 things, the moon and the other dates and things that are interesting. Namaste.